The entrance to the campground here. This used to be a self-pay, but they've changed this and now you have to have a reservation. And so there's no first come, first served sites. You have to do it through recreation.gov. As of 2025, it's February. Right now I'm paying $20 a night. There's no hookups, but pretty sweet price. Anyway, this is gonna take us into the campground, but behind, as you enter, you can make a right or a left. The left will come into Boulder Beach Campground here, the non-hookup. And then over here is full hookup, more of like an RV park. There's permanent residents over there as well, but you could get full hookup there. This area up here is for the dump. There's two places to dump, as well as bathrooms and garbage facilities up in here, and I'll take a walk down there. This is looking from the dump station area, so super nice view. It's kind of up above. Super nice view of the lake down there. And then there's dumpsters here. There's bathrooms on the left. You have this really nice long area to pull through after you've dumped. And it looks like there's potable water, and then there's water for flushing out the tanks. And there's two sides to this. So nice and clean, and lots of room to dump. And so you have some fill water here. So if you come here with empty tanks, you can fill up your water here. And this is looking, if we look way over there, this is looking at the lakeside road that goes along the lake, and there's a bike path, bike walking paved path, and it's called the River Mountain Loop Trail, and it goes for 33 miles, and I actually rode it, and it's a very, very well maintained paved biking trail. It's really nice. So entering the campground, we'll start with Loop A. I believe there's over 100 campsites here. And some of the sites actually have water to them. I heard that they're working on installing water at all the campsites. So you can just double check. You can look on Google Maps and zoom in, and you get an idea of which sites have water. Also, you can watch this video and I'll try to point out the water at each site. But we're starting here on the left with site number 1. So these sites on this row have nothing. Right here, there's, I'm sorry, this is site number 2, right here. And then site number 1 is a pull through, and then they have nothing on this up here. This area is the entrance, and the dump station is over there, and the entrance is over here. So it's you're farthest away from the lake here, but it's also quieter and not as congested. This is me. I'm in site number 4, and each site has a picnic table and a fire ring, and you can see there's water right here at my site. And site number 6 on the left. So one thing I did want to note, it's morning time and the sun is rising here to the east, and so it's setting over there. So depending on, like, my rig has solar on the west side of it. So I'm getting afternoon solar, and it because the days are shorter right now, I'm not getting as much sun as if I were facing the morning sun, which would be facing east. So you could keep that in mind when you are booking your site. Site number 8 on the left, and number 3 is a pull-through. Number 5. Ten is closed. Looks like it might be a host site because there's electric and water at this site. 7 is a pull-through, but you can see it's pretty open to the RV Village Park over there. It's not a lot of privacy, and it's sloped down a little bit. 12 also has water. So some of the sites, the water are within vicinity, but some actually have water where if you were, where you could actually hook up. But these are like shared sites, or these are like shared water spigots. But some actually are in the site. This is site number 9. And there's an idea of the RV park over there. So again, we're in A loop. This is site 11. I mean, they're quite spacious actually. "13 is here on the right. And 14 is a host site. And then there's restrooms right here. Site 15 is right across from the restroom, and it's a handicap site. And it's nice because it's all paved to the fire pit, to the picnic table. A nice wide site. And right across from the restrooms. 16 here on the left. And there is a water spigot right there. So that's between 16 and 18. 18 on the left here. And this is 19. It's a pull-through site, nice and long. I'm sorry, this is 17. Nice long pull-through site. And 20. Okay, so that completes 1 to 20 in A loop. And then there's a water spigot right here at the exit of the A loop. We'll walk down to B loop next. This obviously is going towards the water, and there is a storage, or it's an overflow. They call it an overflow parking area. Maybe if you had extra vehicles or something, or maybe if you had a boat and it wouldn't fit in your site and you needed to leave it while you're camping, that would be an area for that. And then the garbage cans and dumpsters are right across from the B loop here. So this is B 19 to 41. And 19 here on the left, or on the right. And 22 on the left. 21 is a pull through. 24 on the left. And there is a water spigot right there by 24, across from 21 and by 26. "26 on the left. This is 23 on the right. There's a big diesel pusher in there with a tow vehicle. 28. 25. And this is 30. And there's a water spigot at the corner of 30, across from 27 here, which is a corner site. This is site number 29. It's pretty open and exposed. There's the RV park right up against it. I don't recommend this site. Here's a site that has the water spigot at it that I was talking about. I'll get the site number here as I walk around. So you could definitely hook up to that. This is 31. Has nice views of the lake. So 32 has its own water. "33 is a pull through. Nice views of the lake. "34 is handicapped. The handicap sites are nice and wide, and they're completely paved and flat. They've done a good job with these. 35 on the right. "36 has electric and water, but it's closed, so I'm not sure if that is for a host. It could be. 37 is nice and paved handicap site. Cement around the fireplace and picnic table, and right near the bathrooms here in the B loop. 38 is also closed but has electric and water. Restrooms, and this is 39. 40 here. There's a water spigot right there. So not one that you could hook up to, but close enough you could fill when you got to your campsite. And then 41 here at the end of B loop. So we're coming down here to C loop. But so I'm not going to walk this area again, but sites 121, 122, and down here closest to the water is 123, and each of these sites has their own water. They're completely set up to hook up at your site. But these are along the main road across from the C loop. This is C 42 to 64. Closer to the water, this is 42. This is 43 is a pull through. "44, a big fifth wheel in there. 45 is a pull through. 46. I definitely think this is a nicer part of the campground. There's more trees. The view of the lake is nice. 48. Nice views of the lake. 47 is a handicapped pull through. And 50 is a handicapped back in. Right near the restrooms in the sea loop. And then 49, pretty exposed. If you need lots of solar, this would be a good site. But I don't care for these sites on this end because they're facing the RV Village Park, and so it is not as secluded. This is 51. And 52. 53. Now this is a nice site, even though the RV park is right there. We're getting closer to the water, and you're gonna get some nice views here. So he's got both his wheels off the ground. Not sure about that. He's leveled with both the wheels off the ground. What do you guys think about that? Is it meant to hold the RV up while you camp, or are they just stabilizing? That's a Class C. Okay, so 55 here. And 54. And 57 is a pull through up on the right up here. 57. And then 56. And the restrooms are right behind 56. This is 59 with the little teardrop trailer here, and there's water. So there's water between 56 and 59. And 58. 61 here. Not a great site, I don't think, because you have views of the bathroom. 60. Well, 61's not bad. It's very spacious because there's no one here. The restrooms are right down there. 62. Secluded on one side. But if you had slide outs, kind of narrow because of these bushes right here. 63 is a pull through with electric and water, but it's blocked off. So these must be like when it's busy time of year camp hosts. 64, kind of exposed on this side here. And that is the end of the sea loop. So there's one more loop down here near the water. It's the D loop. Otherwise, we'll go back that way. So you can see the water is quite a ways away. I mean, you got to walk way down there. I guess when the lake was full or is full, it was up here because you can see the water line out there. But yeah, if you want to walk down to the beach, to the lake, it's just right down there, but it is a walk. To here on the left is an amphitheater, and we'll walk through there in a minute, and I'll show you that. It's a nice paved area and walkway to get there. So this is the D loop, 65 to 87, and at the entrance there is a water spigot. Of course, if you were filling with water here, you would be blocking this whole area, so but there's a water spigot here. This is 66 and 65. And the restrooms are right across from 68. And this is 67 on the right here. It is a handicap spot. And 70 is a handicap spot. And 70 has a shelter over it. That's kind of nice. So that's the only shelter I've seen so far. That is site 70 if you want some shade. And what site is this here on the right? Next to, okay, 69, 72, 71 is handicapped. A long rig is in there. And there is water here at 74, as well as a sunshade. It's a long site. There's water here between 76 and 73. There's water right here. This is 73. 76. What a nice site. Look at these views. Yeah, so if you can get into the upper 70s, 75, an awesome site. This is probably one of the best sites here. It's on the corner. There's no one out here. There's shade. So 75, and then 77. These are awesome sites. So there's a little road right here behind these campsites, but it's like an access road, and I don't think it's for daily drivers. I'm not quite sure if it's even used. So 79 and 78, and there's water right here. This is 81. Beautiful sights. And 80. '82. 82 is pretty open here and exposed. 83. 85. It's a nice tree for a little shade. 84 is very secluded, and there's water right here. And then 87 is a nice site. It's shaded, it's on the corner. You got great views. This is 86. Here's 87. And then at the exit of D Loop, right by 86, there's water. Again, right across from the D Loop is the entrance to the amphitheater. It's paved. It's lit. I don't know what kind of programs they have here, but you can look at the board and check. I'm sure during busy times and vacation hours, I'm sure during busy times this is used, but super cool amphitheater with great views. A couple fire pits. There's a lot to do here. I mean, the Hoover Dam, you can take tours of that. I may do that tomorrow. There's hiking, biking. Las Vegas is like a half an hour away. There's facilities in Boulder City. I went to a nice Albertsons. There's a CVS, there's Starbucks, major stores just 10 minutes up the road. There's visitor centers here. The camp hosts are great. They're super nice. So there's restrooms right here across from the amphitheater. And before I walk down that loop, I'm just going to show you this site right here is a handicap site, and it's site 106. It's on the very end, down closest to the amphitheater, and water is available at the site. And 107 is next to it, and there's no water at this site. It's a fairly large campground, so if you need to drive to the restrooms, there's parking here. And 88 here is a camp host. So 89 here on the left. Looks like he's getting ready to leave, but it's an okay site. You've got the road right here. You have nice views. I like the sites in the high 70s better. Site number 90. And there's water back there, so you could hook up to that. Also, site number 89 has water. This is site 91. If you need lots of sun, you won't get it here because of the trees, and if you like the shade. But you have some pretty good views. '91 does not have water. 92 has water, but you need to bring a long hose for it. Because it's back there. 93 has water right at the end of the site. But this is your view. So if you don't care about these buildings here, this is part of the Parks Department, not sure what it is. And then you get some lake views, but you're going to also be looking at this. And here is 94, completely exposed, lots of sunlight, and no water at 94. And we'll take the inner loop. So this is like we're heading back towards the entrance to the campground. The site is nice, it's super long. It's 127, a pull through, and it's secluded. And then coming down this loop, 95. '96, and there's water there. So this site here has its own shade. It's 98. It's kind of a short site. And it has water as well. And then this is, sorry to make you dizzy, 97. 87 has water back there. It's backing up against other campers from the other side of this loop. And this site has water too. This is site 99, right close to the camping pad. Site 100 has water. So it looks like you're sharing this water with the campsite on the other side. This is a short site with a tree above, so it's not great for tall RVs. It's site 101, 102, 104, and 103. These are not great sites in my opinion. I mean, you're blocked by all this stuff. The bathrooms are right here blocking your view. And there's sites behind you. This is 105. There's also no water at these sites. And there's a walking trail here. Yeah, I don't recommend 105. We're coming up the inside of this loop in the low 100s. So this is 109. It's a handicap site with water. And then you've got that view. 108. No water there. 110. Kind of not a great site. It's backed right up against that. There is water right here though. 111. It's okay. That's your view. 112. I kind of like this site, the picnic table under the tree. You could fill with water from that side at 111, it looks like. I mean, some of these sites you're not going to be able to hook up and leave your hose attached to the water because other people are going to need to use it. But there are some sites that they're completely your own. Let's see, this is 113. No water. 115 has shade and water at it. 114 looks like a full hookup but blocked off. 116. I don't see water there. And then 117 is a handicapped, and you can see he's hooked up to his own water. And there's a path right to the restrooms here across from that site. This is a handicapped as well up here. This is 128. A long pull through, shade, water, right across from the restrooms, but no view. Not really. And you got campers right on the other side of you. So I'm going to take you down here, but I want to show you these two sites first right here. This one has its own water. It's handicapped. And it is site 125. And it's right across from this area. So not a great site. Right across from the overflow. Same with 126. You've got your own water. No, this is 124. 124, but it's right across from the overflow. Let's go back down this inner loop and then we'll finish up there. So coming down this inner loop, this is 118 and there's water and it's a long site. I mean, you could fit a huge rig in here. So 118, if you have a Super Duty long rig take 118. And then this right across from the garbage area is site 119. Right here it has its own water, and site 120. So we'll finish off on the upper side of the campground. This is headed up towards the dump station, the farthest from the lake. Closest to the bike path and the road. So I'll get you, this is site 128. And 129. And they each have their own water. It's a super long site, 129. But there is a tree kind of overhanging. This site has its own water, and it's site 130, also super long, kind of narrow. 131 has its own water, super long. See, the dump station is right up there. There's someone dumping now. This is 132, nice and shaded, with your patio side looking towards the water, towards the lake. I don't see, oh yeah, and this one has its own water. And 133, really long pull-throughs. I don't see any water at 133. No hookup. This site is super long. Some low trees. Most rigs will fit under there. It's 134. Super duper long with its own water. And then 135, although quite exposed, super long. Any size rig. And it has its own water. And then we are coming out towards the entrance of the park.